Welcome to the Code with Jason meetup. Today we're going to work on SaturnCI some more. I'm going to share my screen and kick us off. So, Guillaume, I actually worked on this last night. Um, I think you're aware that I've been working on figuring out a way to implement some caching to speed up the builds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and I've tried like 5 different ways. Yesterday, I like discovered that my most recent way of doing it was not going to work, and so I'm trying yet a different way. And so that's what I'm working on now. So basically, like ChatGPT had a suggestion for me. It said if my chat history will come up. I'll come back to this in a second since it's taken a minute.
And can I ask what are the previous solution you tried?
Yeah, good question. Um, so I had been trying to take my image. So I have the SaturnCI app, and when I do a test run, it builds an image of my app. And that takes a lot of time. It takes like 2 minutes. So I was trying to push that image to a Docker registry and then just use that pre-built image for everything. But I realized a couple problems with that. Um, one problem One problem is that I realized that that'll cache this Saturn test app, but it won't do anything to cache Postgres or Redis or Chrome. So it's like even if that had worked, it would have only been a very partial solution, and it didn't work. There were like technical problems with doing it this way, but it doesn't even really matter what those problems were because even if those problems had been fixed, again, it wouldn't have addressed Postgres, Redis, and Chrome. So, um, ChatGPT had a suggestion to use a droplet as a registry cache. And what is a registry cache? I'm not exactly sure, but I asked it like, why should I do it this way? Something like that, I think. I'm seeing if I can find the answer. I don't know. I can see here that I asked it like for Docker image caching, why not use like DigitalOcean spaces, like the DigitalOcean equivalent of S3 instead of droplets? Um, and apparently like spaces, like some kind of static file system, it's like not really compatible with this idea. And so it kind of has to be done on a virtual machine. And that kind of makes sense to me. And so then the question, of course, is like, how do we accomplish this? And I asked it for some Ruby code to like initialize a registry cache machine, and it gave me that. And I ran it and it worked. So right now I'm going to run it again.
And the goal of this image is to be like online or always online, or I'm not sure to understand the purpose of this image.
Yeah. So I think like, okay, like when I run a job and it does Docker compose build, instead of pulling down Postgres and Redis and Chrome from Docker Hub, which can be pretty time consuming, it's going to grab it from my registry cache. where I will have Postgres, Redis, and Chrome already cached. So that's one part of it. Let me pause
Oh, I
there.
see.
And does that part make sense to you?
Yeah, yeah, this first part makes sense, yes.
Okay. And then I think a similar idea with this Saturn test app, although obviously this doesn't come from Docker Hub. This is just a custom thing that I'm defining and building myself. So I think this image will live pre-built on the registry cache also. And locally, when I have everything cached, instead of taking like 2 minutes like it does when the cache is not primed, when the cache is primed, it takes like 1.5 seconds. So obviously that's like a huge gain.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it's going to be like with this registry cache because it still has to download the images from the network. So that presumably is going to take some time. So we'll see how much time it actually saves. So here's this Docker registry cache droplet. Now I guess I got to figure out how to use it. I'm going to look at the script for it. This is the script that ChatGPT gave me. It looks like it installs Docker, and then it runs Docker. Docker container start registry. Okay. Okay, so I'll say I've created my registry cache machine. Um, how do I use it? First, I want to perform a simple test to verify that the registry cache machine is working before I invest the time in writing a bunch of code. Configure Docker to use your registry cache. Okay. First, you need to configure your Docker client to use your newly created registry cache as a mirror. This is done by editing the Docker daemon configuration file, usually located at blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay. So, job machine. Job machine request. So all this stuff is going to happen on a job machine. And here's my script for that. So I'm going to tell ChatGPT we need this configuration stuff to happen in the job script. Configuration stuff needs to happen here because this is the machine on which I'm performing the Docker build. Guillaume, is Paris getting ready for the Olympics yet?
Yeah, I think so.
Is there like visible changes in the city like for things preparing for the Olympics?
Um, I'm not far from Paris, but I don't really know. I will ask my brother, but I think there should be some change.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you were in Paris. Where are you again?
In Normandy.
Normandy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, to integrate your Docker registry, blah blah blah. Okay, configure Docker. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Proceed with Docker operations. Okay. Okay, let's see where I might want to do this. Maybe I'll do it right here. Whoops. Okay, but here it has your registry cache IP. How do I know what that is? Do I want to use this, I guess? Okay. Okay, let's try that, I guess. I'm going to create a new branch called registry cache. And I'll just say add registry cache stuff. Okay, and then we should see that kicking off a new build. Okay, and I'll set my timer for 5 minutes and then check on that when it's done. Okay. And in the meantime, maybe I can make some progress in some other way too. Let's see. Um, my suspicion, Guillaume, is that this is going to fail. Um, I I have no prediction about in what way it's going to fail. It just seems too good to be true for it to actually work. I'm actually going to ask it, um, how will I know if the, no, how can I know if the configuration succeeded or failed? Validate registry cache usage. I'm going to say something like this. I want my script to fail noisily if anything goes wrong. And I'll give it the latest version of the script again. Oh, and you know what? I wonder if there's, yeah, maybe I'm being dumb actually. Maybe I can test this from my local machine. Actually, can I test my registry cache from my local machine. Okay, I guess first I'll see if this file exists already. Okay, okay. Okay, so I'll put this in here. Then I'll put my IP address here. Okay. Restart Docker. All right, maybe I can't do that. Do it like that on Mac. Um, Restart. Oh, I did this wrong apparently. Okay, preferences Docker engine. Maybe it's the same file, but let's see. Preferences. Docker engine. Okay, yeah, I did it wrong. Kill that file. And I wish I would have copied contents of that one, but that's fine. Um, okay, I don't know exactly where it goes. I'm guessing it just goes kind of at the root level. Yeah, let's do this. There's that. And then let's do that. Okay, apply and restart. Okay, pull a Docker image. Okay, verify the image was routed through the cache. Okay. Want to wait for this to restart first. Okay, looks like it restarted. Okay, and then I'll pull this. Check the cache logs. Pull the same image again. Oh, the second pull should be faster. So I wish I would have prefixed this with time. Tell me a few other images I could pull as a test. Nginx, okay. And by the way, my timer went off. Okay, I don't even remember what I was looking for with this test run. This is still going. I'm actually glad it's taking a long time because then it will be easier to tell if the next one takes a short amount of time. Okay, great. This is taking a really long time, which is annoying. Okay, there we go. Said it took 48 seconds. Okay, that seems to have worked, but I don't know
Um,
if, uh-huh.
Maybe you need to delete from your local before the image because you already downloaded it, so it's already on your computer, I guess.
Hmm, I don't understand.
Um, you pull the image on your laptop,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess if you pull again, uh, it's on cache on your laptop because it's exactly the same image, right?
Yes, but since
Uh,
we're telling it to go through the registry cache, wouldn't it be caching it on the registry cache and getting it from there?
So what I mean for the test, I think you should remove the image on your local, and then if you pull
Oh,
it
I see
again
what you
from your
mean.
registry,
I see
okay.
what you mean. Okay. Okay, so it looks like this is not pulling from the cache. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Um, I don't know how to tell for sure because it's still going to be slower downloading from the registry cache, presumably, than getting it straight from my local machine. So let's see. Okay. Oh, the logs of the Docker registry cache. I see. Okay. So let's SSH into this. I have to get the password and stuff. Okay. Now let me see. What is the log file? Okay. Now I don't know if, okay, I'll do this. Cat that grep nginx, and it's absent, but I don't know if it's absent because nothing happened or because I just don't know how to look at the logs. On the registry cache machine, what logs should I be looking at exactly? Let's do this. Let's do tail dash f bear log syslog. Okay. And let's see if I can even do this. I'm gonna Is like, why should I be able to pull anything from this machine? Because like, are the right ports even going to be open? All right, this is like just not working. Okay, so I can ping it. Um, and are these as a result of my ping? I don't know. Doesn't seem like it. I don't know what these are. Okay. When I do a pull from my registry cache machine, what port does it use?
I think it gives you the path for the logs above.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, sorry, what'd you say, Guillaume?
That it gives you the command to the right logs. If you check just a bit above, you can see on ChatGPT.
The command to.
Yeah, to check because
Oh, I see. Okay. Somehow I missed that. All right, thanks for that. Okay. Where the heck is my, there we go. Oh, no such file. Okay. Well, let's do this anyway. Um, we can try this Docker pull, and I'm guessing that it will not work. Because why would it? Yeah, not surprising at all. Okay, and I'm guessing if I do this, it'll tell me it's not open. Oh, it is open. Okay. Okay. Server gave HTTP response to HTTPS client. Interesting. I don't know what to do about that. See what it says about that. Okay. Hmm. Error. Okay. Well, I don't want to configure it to allow insecure registries. Okay. I think this is what I want to do. Okay, it says the first option it gives is to use a self-signed certificate, but then it says not recommended for production. So I don't want to do that. Okay, I want to do this, but I don't want to use a self-signed certificate. This is like really annoying. I don't want to have to do all this stuff, but oh well, I guess. The harder it is for anybody to compete with me. Choose a certificate authority. Okay. I'm going to say I'm using DigitalOcean. Does that influence your answer at all? And I'm going to say also Docker registry. Also, here's how I'm bringing the machine into existence in case that makes a difference. Assign a domain name to your droplet. Okay. All this is like way more than I bargained for. Okay. Well, I guess I'll do that. So where's my DNS settings? Um, so this is a registry cache. So I guess I'll say registry cache dot SaturnCI.com. Okay. But I don't know how this is going to work because SaturnCI.com is not registered through DigitalOcean. It's registered through a different registrar. I'm going to ask it how I do this. Walk me through this. Um, the domain I use for my project, SaturnCI.com, is not registered through DigitalOcean, but rather through DNS Simple. Okay. I think I'm going to delete this so it doesn't interfere. Um, where the heck do I delete this? I guess I'll individually delete each one of these and see what happens next. Oh, there's this. Yeah. Okay. Okay, now I'll go to DNS simple. Okay, and then I'll add an A record, registry cache, grab my IP address. Okay, great. Now, is this going to be ready already or not yet? Oh, apparently it already works. That's great. Okay, so that works. So now I have to obtain a certificate. Okay. Okay. Um, to modify my script. So let's go there. Okay. Now I need to know what to replace these with. What do I replace these with? My domain is registrycache.saturnci.com. Okay. Okay. So we install certbot, request certificates. Oh, and then yourdomain.com. Yeah, I'm going to say, what about this? I'm guessing that that also needs to be registrycache.saturnci.com. Yeah. Okay. I'm just looking over this now. For all I know, that looks fine. Okay. So now I need to do this. I need to kill this one because we're going to make a new one. There we go. And then when that's ready, I will need to update my DNS to have the new IP. And then I think I want to do my pull again as a test. But here I can replace this IP address with registry cache.saturnci.com. Okay, we have the IP. Then we have to wait for that to update. So that's not going to work yet. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Ping this. And who knows how long that will take to update. And what's kind of annoying is each time I blow away and recreate this machine, I'll have to update the IP address again, unless I want to put it behind a load balancer, which I totally don't, but I might eventually have to. Okay. So I'm waiting for the IP address to update. Upon successful issuance, your certificate, I can at least check this and see if that worked. So let's do that. Got to get the password. Okay, and where does it say? Okay, it's apparently in here. If it exists. Whoops, that's not it. Okay, there are things in there. So that is maybe evidence of success. I'll say, how can I test the validity of my SSL cert? Let's do another ping and see how this is going. Yeah, it still has the old IP address. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. Okay. So I'm not gonna just sit here and wait for the DNS settings to propagate. We can I'll come back to that later. So I think we're kind of at the end of the road for today. But I feel like that was potentially meaningful progress. So I'll stop sharing my screen here. All right. Yeah. So I guess that's it for today. Nothing earth-shattering, but we made a little bit of progress, I think. Thanks, Guillaume, for joining me. Thank you, dear viewer. I'll see you next time.
Thank you. See you.